Nelson Mandela was born in 1918 in a small village in South Africa called Mveso. His original name was Rolihlahla Mandela. From a young age, he was calm in nature but brave at heart. His father was a chief in the tribe, but Mandela faced many hardships in life. At a young age, his father passed away, and he was sent to a Christian school for education, where he received the name Nelson. At school, he learned about the world beyond his village, developing a hunger for knowledge and a passion for justice. The village elders often gathered to discuss important matters, and even as a boy, Rolihlahla was captivated by their conversations, feeling a deep connection to his heritage and the struggles of his people. In the vibrant atmosphere of village celebrations, Rolihlahla participated in traditional dances embracing the rich culture of his community. These experiences instilled in him a deep appreciation for his homeland, shaped by the stunning landscapes and the spirit of the people. Arriving at college for the first time, Nelson Mandela realized the stark differences in how white and black students were treated. He witnessed injustice firsthand, planting the seed of freedom within him. At college, he joined politics, participated in protests, and raised his voice, marking the beginning of his journey to become a leader. As he stood at the forefront of rallies, Mandela inspired countless students to join the fight for equality. Late into the night, they strategized together, fueled by a shared determination to dismantle the oppressive systems of their society. Marching alongside his peers, Mandela felt the power of unity as they raised their voices against discrimination. Under the glow of streetlights, his determination shone brightly, embodying the spirit of true leadership and the fight for justice. In a dimly lit room, Mandela engaged in intense discussions with fellow activists, each voice contributing to the collective dream of equality. As he jotted down ideas, a clear vision began to crystallize in his mind, one that would shape the future of his country. In his youth, Nelson Mandela joined the African National Congress, an organization fighting for the rights of black people. Mandela stood against the apartheid system in South Africa, a regime that denied black individuals the right to vote, marry, live in cities, or even attend school. Whenever Mandela witnessed oppression, he raised his voice, and the people saw him as a beacon of hope. Years later, Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for his beliefs. Yet even from behind bars, his spirit remained unbroken. A wave of support surged across South Africa as people rallied outside courthouses, holding candles and chanting slogans for justice, embodying the unity and determination to see Mandela freed. Upon his release from prison, Nelson Mandela emerged with a raised fist, a symbol of triumph and resilience, greeted by an overwhelming sea of supporters. The streets of Johannesburg erupted in celebration as people waved banners and flags, rejoicing in the new era of hope and unity that Mandela represented. When their movement gained momentum, the government perceived them as a threat. They were arrested multiple times, faced numerous charges, and had their speeches silenced. Yet Mandela proclaimed, "I am prepared to die for the freedom of my people." His passion and words resonated deeply in the hearts of the people. His courage inspired countless individuals, igniting a flame of hope that spread across the nation. People from all backgrounds came together, their voices rising as one in the fight against oppression. Finally, the day arrived when Mandela walked out of prison, greeted by a sea of ecstatic faces. His triumphant fist raised high, he stood before the world, a symbol of resilience and the enduring spirit of freedom. In the years that followed, Mandela became a beacon of hope, mentoring the next generation of leaders and promoting reconciliation. With each vote he cast as president, he celebrated not just his victory, but the triumph of democracy and humanity over divisiveness. In 1962, Nelson Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment. He spent 27 years behind bars, becoming one of the world's most famous political prisoners. Inside the prison, he was subjected to hard labor, breaking rocks under harsh conditions. Yet his spirit remained unbroken. He famously declared, "They can imprison my body, but not my freedom." These 27 years were the toughest yet most powerful part of his life. Amidst the relentless toil, Mandela found ways to resist the oppression, nurturing his dreams for a free South Africa. Letters from his family brought him solace, reminding him of the world outside the prison walls. Despite the harsh conditions, he continued to inspire those around him, turning his suffering into a beacon of hope for millions. In the confines of his tiny cell, Mandela immersed himself in reading and learning, using knowledge as a tool for resistance. He held clandestine discussions with fellow inmates, igniting a passion for change that would eventually spark a nationwide movement. The whole world stood with Mandela. Pressure-mounted voices rose, and finally, in 1990, Mandela was released from prison. His release marked one of the most significant moments in history. Millions were waiting for him. People cried, they shouted, and Mandela only had one word to say: "Freedom has arrived, but our journey continues." As he stepped out into the sunlight, cheers erupted across the nation. The atmosphere was electric, filled with hope and a sense of new beginnings. Streets transformed into celebration zones as people lit candles, waved banners, and shouted his name, reflecting a collective dream for a better future. Mandela stood tall, sharing his vision for a united South Africa. His powerful words resonated, sparking a movement that transcended race and background. Faces lit with tears of joy, every voice joined in a chant that echoed the spirit of unity, showing the world that change was finally within reach. In that moment of triumph, Mandela embraced his comrades, a symbol of solidarity in their shared struggle. Together, they faced challenges ahead, meeting in strategic discussions to forge a path towards democracy and inclusivity for all South Africans. In 1994, South Africa held its first free election, marking a historic moment when Nelson Mandela was elected as the first black president of the nation. He chose not to seek revenge or spread hatred. Instead, he united both black and white citizens. Mandela established systems of peace, equality, education, and justice throughout the country, earning the prestigious Nobel Prize for his efforts. Under Nelson Mandela's leadership, South Africa began to heal from years of division and strife. His speeches inspired countless individuals to embrace unity, fostering a spirit of cooperation across racial lines. The children of South Africa flourished in newly established educational programs, reflecting his commitment to a brighter future for all. In the heart of the new South Africa, the Parliament stood as a beacon of democracy, with representatives from all walks of life working together for the common good. Mandela's vision extended beyond politics. He envisioned a nation united in harmony, where children of all backgrounds could grow up side by side, embodying the spirit of reconciliation and hope he fought so hard to achieve. Even after his presidency, Nelson Mandela continued to spread the message of peace. He passed away in 2013 at the age of 95. Yet he still lives on in the hearts of people around the world, because he was not just a leader, he was the greatest lesson in humanity. Nelson Mandela was not merely a name. He embodied a spirit, a love, a courage, and a story of freedom that will always endure. His legacy lives on in the hearts of many who gather to honor him, celebrating not just his achievements, but the message of unity and reconciliation he championed. Communities come together inspired by his vision, reminding us that love and bravery can transform the world. In schools around the globe, children learn about his remarkable journey, understanding the importance of education and empowerment as tools for change. Young activists emerge fueled by Mandela's teachings, ready to carry forward his legacy and inspire future generations to fight for justice and equality.